Oh, wow. This is what dreams are made of. Kids go to bed Christmas Eve. They're not dreaming of sugar plums anymore. They're dreaming of this. Happy birthday, everybody, and welcome to Cerealsly, where we take cereals seriously. My name is Alex, and I once entered and won a sleeping competition. You are looking at the official best sleeper in the world, at least in December of 2019. If you have won any competitions in your life, and especially if you're a great sleeper, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. Today on Cerealsly, we're hosting a showdown. We're taking a campfire staple and pitting cereal companies against each other to decide who makes the best cereal based on s'mores. Now, the core of any s'more experience can be found in the three main ingredients: marshmallow, chocolate, and graham cracker. Marshmallows have a storied past, once being so labor-intensive to produce that only the rich could afford them, then being so easy to mass produce that they can burn up in a fire without a second thought around a campfire. Similarly, chocolate is an ancient food, with references to chocolate being eaten over 3,000 years ago. But then there's the famous graham cracker. Originally invented in 1829, their inventor, a Christian minister named Sylvester Graham, thought eating them might suppress sinful urges. As a Christian minister myself, I can tell you that they do not. But that odd line of reasoning later had a large impact on the great forefathers of modern cereal, like John Harvey Kellogg, who has an absolutely wild backstory that we'll talk through in some other episode. However, those three ingredients, no one really knows how they came together into the modern snack as it's known, but the first mention of them came in 1927 in a Girl Scout manual, where they were referred to as some more. Now they pop up again in 1938 in a guide to summer camps, a different one, finally for the first time as s'mores. It's a cheeky little name for a treat that delights kids and adults to this day. Today we're going to explore not just one or two or three, but 4 different s'more cereals that are currently on the market. The goal isn't necessarily to have one destroy the others. We're not that kind of a channel, but instead to delight in all of the different ways that s'mores have found expression at the breakfast table. All right, I'm excited to show you the 4 contenders. That's not the right word, but you know what I mean. The first one is this one. It is Honey Maid S'mores cereal from Post. Honey Maid is an American brand of graham crackers, and so they're relying heavily on the Honey Maid name being familiar to people. Very interesting start. Second one are for the cool kids. It's Kellogg's S'mores. They don't even put a hyphen. Maybe they do in other places, but in this title, there's no hyphen more. It's just cool with a marshmallow in there. They've gone for a completely different tack because they don't actually have 3 items here. They have one graham, like crunchy thing covered in powder that's chocolatey, and then they've got like a swirled marshmallow. Fascinating. What an interesting thing. Then we have our first malt-o-meal bag of the Cerealsly universe, which is very exciting to me. I love malt-o-meal because they just went with s'mores. That's what it is. And they went for the branding with somebody actually roasting a s'more with, like I said, the 3 primary ingredients. They got a graham cracker thing here, they got a marshmallow, and they got what looks like a Cocoa Puff. And that's what makes their s'mores cereal. That's pretty cool, very classic. But then we have the final one, which is really the impetus, the reason for this episode, just released locally here. Lucky Charms S'mores cereal. I am really excited for this. Look, they went with the same kind of Golden Graham-y type of graham cracker, a regular marshmallow, but then the chocolate comes from the cereal pieces in the Lucky Charms. Nobody likes the cereal pieces in the Lucky Charms, but here they've gone the chocolate route, which I know they've done in other cereals like this, but I have very high hopes for this cereal. So I'm excited. Now that I'm looking at it, this is going to be a lot of cereal eating, which is okay, but I got to pace myself. I hope you stick with me. We're going to explore the different reasons that these all exist. Maybe the reason is money, but the reason why I would try them would be to enjoy. Here's what we need to remember though. Each of these cereals is trying to capture the essence of a flavor, yes, but more importantly, the essence of an experience. Trying to tap into a memory we each may have of togetherness and safety and fun and connection that we felt on a crisp evening with fellow campers around a roaring fire. What do you think? Which of these will capture not only a flavor, but the essence of friendship at its best? Friends, it's time to eat some cereal. All right, let's start this. We got to get through a lot of cereal to try here. I think I'm going to go with what looks like the most standard interpretation, which is the Honey Maid S'mores cereal. You can see them here splashing into the bowl. It is very straightforward, but that's still cool of them. I got my bowl. I got my skim milk. Skimmy the skim milk. Skimmy Gibbler. And so, I don't know. You probably couldn't see that, but it was a full first half of the bowl I poured before any marshmallows came out. And I'm instantly noticing, and maybe you can see this on camera, maybe you can't, that these are covered with dust. Cereal flavoring dust. So like if you're imagining Golden Grahams being something that is not necessarily dusty, but it's got like a slick outside finish for a crunch, these are the opposite. These are like almost Cinnamon Toast Crunch level stuff on it. That's not good. Now, eating them dry, these are paper thin, which is okay, but not great. I just ate one of the Cocoa Puff parts. Totally fine. It tastes so similar to the Grahams though, because they are all covered in that sugar dust. I'm actually scared to eat the marshmallow because there's not many in here. And I don't want to eat all of them right away. I'll go for one mini marshmallow. See what it's like. It disappeared. It was on my mouth for a millisecond, and then it was gone. Man, I do not have high hopes for this. Let me hold out. Again, I'm supposed to be enjoying myself. That's what this is about. Let's try it. Maybe it will surprise me more than we think, or maybe it will just be lame. All right, let's try. Okay, I can tell that I did get a marshmallow because I kind of did the wrong thing by eating them separately. S'mores aren't separate; they're supposed to be all together. That's what makes them so special. So, let me chase it. Let me just see what it's like. It's not very good, boy. You'd think it was hard. Now look, I just took a full other scoop off the top, dug to the bottom, went to the top. There's no marshmallows in this bite. Unless you see them and I don't, which I guess is possible. No. Just to be fair, I have got to get a marshmallow. That was such a letdown, that bite. Boy, not a great start in the world of s'more cereals. One last bite of this one before we move on. I wish I could shrug harder than I am shrugging, than it's possible on camera to shrug. My spirit is shrugging because there's just nothing going on with this cereal. I'm going to put it way over here because that's how I feel about it. Still, let's close it nicely, fold it up, put it back. Let's go for malt-o-meal. Won't that be fun? It's a bag. I actually have to be careful because I know this is loud, even to move the bag around. I'm not as good at opening these things, so give me a second here. Oh, pretty easy. That's just step one, though. You know that. Step two is a little riskier. Hey, good job, Oh, I can see tons of marshmallows inside of this bag. That's great. I also see a ton of dust. I'm not happy with that. You know how I feel about dusty cereals. Oh, wow. It is... Pouring this out, it was mostly marshmallows. Is that just... No. I thought maybe it was just because I got the top of the bag that all risen to the top. No, it is just so much marshmallows in here. I feel like I just need to close this and put it to the side so that they don't escape. So, wow, what a difference. It's just as dusty as the first one. Let's taste some dry. Crunchier, just as thin. Trying to go faster. Cocoa Puff. Cocoa Puff is Cocoa Puff-ish. Marshmallow. Better. Better marshmallows. Similar, but better. And just the sheer amount is breathtaking. Way to go, malt-o-meal. What they saved in packaging, they put directly into the marshmallow game, which that's a great trade-off. Oops, I spilled all over here. Don't look at that. All right, let's give this thing a try. Marshmallow madness over here. Okay, the marshmallows do it. The marshmallows make this taste like s'more. That makes sense. If you're eating a s'more around a campfire, the biggest element of that you're looking for, that you put the most effort into, is the marshmallow. So that would make sense that they would want to capitalize on it here. Malt-o-meal. Way to go. One more. Well, it's not all that much better. I remember really liking s'mores cereals. This is only okay, but again, big improvement from the other about the amount of marshmallows. One last bite. All right. I'm going to put that one to the side, but not as far away, because it was fine. Now, if you're cool like me, you're going to really love s'mores. Don't those seem like they're just trying to be rad? This would have been perfect in the 90s. Did they have this in the 90s? I hope they did. Actually, I remember seeing packaging where it was like, it's back, as if it went away. So maybe it went away for a while. This one doesn't say that. So maybe it was gone, it's back, and now it's like, we're kind of, or it's a thing from now on. It took me a long time to find this one. I had to go shopping I live in Southern California, many grocery stores before I found this one. Out of Vons, if you're from Southern California. That's where they had it, Vons. All right, let's give it a pour. Okay, so this is the weird one, the odd man out. Because they don't have the 3 components, they only have 2 of the components. They've got no gram, no visible gram. Just what could only be described as puffs. Do they say puffs? I don't even dare look. Puffs that are supposed to be both the graham and the chocolate, I think. So, okay, well, there's certainly more a substantial crunch than the grams from the other one, which were, like I said, paper thin. These are at least something to go into. Oh man, I could tell that cool kids would like this. Then they advertise these marshmallows as being swirls. What does it say? Now with more swirl marshmallow. They look a mess. Untidy. I think swirls was just an excuse because they just kind of look dumpy. Let's call them swirls. Put a lot of cocoa powder all over the place. Kids won't care. Cool kids are just trying to, oh, you know what? Oh my gosh. Very different marshmallow. Those were kind of crisp. You went right through them. These are chewy marshmallows. That's interesting. I don't think I've ever had both in a row to notice. Maybe that's a pretty common mini marshmallow differentiation that I just have never been aware of. Maybe you need, at home, to buy 4 boxes of s'more cereal. I hope your spouse, your family, your budget is able to handle that. Mine is only because I love this and it's my passion. You know, I know putting on the milk, I didn't say this, I should have when I was putting it on, it made it look gross. The milk takes the cocoa that's on the outside and makes it slicker, and the cereal goes from a beautiful matte finish to this oily looking finish. I'm not going to judge it all by looks, but I'll judge it a little bit by looks, and it looks bad. But why don't we give it a try? Okay, here we go with trying to get both things here. Only 2 things. That's still blowing my mind. Only 2 things, but let's give it a taste. What? These puffs taste nothing like grams. There's no gramness to them, maybe a tiny bit. But if you put this in front of me blindfolded and you said, what flavor is this? I would not have guessed that it's s'mores flavor. Maybe they would say it's not because it's s'mores flavor. No. I think they're going for it and just not succeeding and making it taste very good. I know I'm making people upset because this is one that I've heard people like love. So much so I guess they had to bring it back. People were so upset. It's fine. No, it's not. I can't say things that aren't true. It's not good. Is it worse than that first ball? Wow. I was scared even to say that. But this is about s'mores. This is a showdown about s'mores and bringing back that nostalgic feeling. This does not have that at all. Not one bit of nostalgia did this produce in me. I should put it even farther from me. Be far from me. Finally, we come to the thing that I'm really looking forward to. Please let this be good. Oh, please. Lucky Charms, don't fail me here. You look so good. It's like a darker blue. The leprechaun is loving it. He's wearing a fancier jacket than usual, but like with a casual tee. Actually, pretty similar tees, but he's got a cool jacket and I don't. It's got not just the white marshmallows. It's got the classic shapes of the marshmallows. My excitement level alone is going to take this through the roof. It would, boy, am I setting myself up for a letdown if this stuff isn't good. Let me say, all 4 bags opened perfectly. Thank you to all of these companies for at least putting the work into making their bags easy to open. I love it. Oh, wow. This is what dreams are made of. Kids go to bed Christmas Eve. They're not dreaming of sugar plums anymore. They're dreaming of this. This is campfire. This is family vacation cereal. This is what I have been waiting for and didn't know it until now. Oh, mama, am I excited about this. I can't wait. The grams look, oh, I even forgot. I forgot to try it dry. I cannot go back, friends. I gotta keep going because I'm so pumped for this cereal. Oh, please be good. They did it. They redeemed everything wrong with the rest of them. I hope that's not what they were after. The people at General Mills don't seem mean like that. Like, let's get those other guys and prove a point. But they did anyway. These other s'mores cereals, take them away. They pale in comparison. The graham is perfect. The chocolate cereal pieces are perfect. When have anyone ever said that about Lucky Charms cereal pieces? And then, ooh la la, the marshmallows are just there when you need them. They're just rock solid. I gotta have another bite. How could I have waited this long for a second bite? I don't usually do this. Usually when I'm done with an episode of Cerealsly, I just put a cereal to the side, I bring it home to my dear family, and we eat it up. I may just eat this whole thing myself. Family size? Yeah, right. It's Alex size. That's so dumb. You gotta run. You gotta sprint to your local store. This one was not hard to find. It was everywhere. So if you're watching this with any sort of contemporary mode to when I am filming this, and it just came out on YouTube or whatever, go to the store, friends. I know it's the middle of winter for many of you. This is what you need in your life. It feels like summer camp. It feels like togetherness. It feels right. And I'm going to eat one more bite in front of you to celebrate. I'm going to enjoy it. Well, we've done it all. We talked. We ate. I freaked out a little bit. We reminisced. And now, it's enough. If you want to try today's cereals for yourself, there are links in the description below. And if you haven't yet, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment with what cereal we should look at together in a future episode. Until then, never be soggy, my friends. Bye-bye.